Hello and welcome to Culture Shock, the pop culture podcast brought to you by three aging millennials and our outdated opinions. I'm your host, Corey. I have Mike with me here today, and we're not doing a typical episode. We're just going to talk about the end of the NFL, and maybe I'll explain where we've been for a little while.
Yeah, we haven't had to, we're not killing the podcast.
No, the podcast is very much not dead. Back in the beginning of December, we actually were able to get all the episodes out to you, even though I was going through some stuff. I wasn't really. I'm the kind of stubborn guy that when I get sick, I try to just get over it on my own. I don't go to the hospital a lot.
So he's a normal guy.
I'm a normal dude, normal. I don't want to say American dude because that's very divisive these days, but I'm a normal white man that is stubborn and from a slightly redneck area. Even though I'm not redneck, I do have a couple traits. I don't like to see doctors. But lately, doctors have been my friends.
Yeah.
And I had what I thought you may have even noticed in a couple episodes that I was coughing a little bit, trying to get through some sentences. Assumed it was bronchitis again because I've had bronchitis a few times. I've even had pneumonia. It got real bad and I decided I better go my wife decided I better go get checked. And
as they do.
As they do. She said, at least make sure you don't have pneumonia because then they can give you the right antibiotic and blah, blah, blah. So I get a chest x-ray. They call me the next day and they said, well, you don't have pneumonia. You do have bronchitis. And we noticed that your heart may be a little large. And that, of course, never hearing anything like that before freaked me out. My wife especially freaked her out. Her eyes went huge. She got pale, like even paler than she is naturally. And so we sat on that for a week and a half, not knowing what it means. Finally went to have what's called an echocardiogram. Went and had that done. And during it, the lady kind of bolted out of the room and came back and said, I'm sorry, but I am going to suggest that you go straight to the ER right now. So they sent me to the ER because my heart was only running 20 to 25%, which means if I had waited too much longer, who knows what would happen. And they kept me there for a little while and sent me home with some pills. And I've been going through tests since. I was actually admitted into the hospital for a few days while they did some stress tests on me and stuff. And it turns out, I have what is known as heart failure, technically, and my heart is only running about half of what it should. So, I'm going through that, and that's why we've been on kind of a unplanned hiatus. Gave them a bit of a break, I suppose, but I am the one who mostly edits the episodes, so it kind of put us at a standstill, which, it was fine. It was fine. We've been doing this for 3 years.
Here's the biggest issue. And people will know this, I think, having listened to this podcast a lot. There's no episodes really. There might be one where it's just Adrian and I. Corey and I have been able to constantly be able to record together, just him and I, and Corey and Adrian have been able to do so as well. But for whatever reason, I don't know why. I don't think it's on purpose. I just Adrian and I are not. We can't seem to. I don't know. I think the episode he and I did do together went really well.
They just don't click through chat.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's just trying to get a hold of each other, and I don't know why it works that way. But Corey's kind of. This is going to give Corey a lot of credit here, so hopefully it doesn't go to his head.
It will.
Especially hopefully it doesn't go to his heart. I don't think it could take it.
Oh, man, don't say it. I might
die. Corey's kind of like the glue in a sense. Without Corey, it's harder for us to get together. And I easily could edit episodes. I have no issues with doing that. I actually, before we did this one, I was going to get on by myself and actually give you guys a little bit of an update of what was going on. And then Adrian said he wanted to be part of it. And then, lo and behold, never happened because Adrian and I couldn't, link up. And, you know, unfortunately, it is that time of year. Adrian's also been going through quite a bit of sicknesses and stuff over the last month and a half. So I think I'm the only one that's been healthy this time,
Which
which
is
is weird.
You're
So-
usually sick too.
Yeah, usually, especially because I had a heart scare back in April.
Yeah.
Back in March or April last year. They didn't find anything wrong, but that doesn't mean there isn't something wrong that they didn't know.
Or maybe
our
it's just
doctors
not-
around here are great.
Yeah, maybe it's just not prevalent enough to see
Yeah.
yet.
But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing there is Corey is kind of the anchor. I'm going to say he's the anchor. Maybe that's better than the glue. He's what helps hold us down.
I definitely hold it down. I'm usually the one who is like, "Hey, we doing this? When are we doing this? Hey, we doing this?" Like, I'm kind of annoying about it, and I will like personally message Adrian when he's not writing back and stuff. Like,
Right.
I'll bother him till he answers me most of the time.
Yeah. In lieu of Corey's medical condition, there may or may not be a surprise for our patrons coming up
Yeah.
before the month is over. Corey has already heard it.
I think you guys will like it.
It's it's dark, which is what we do
That's
here. We
what
do
we do.
we do dark humor here a lot. Um,
My wife
it's-
also approved of it, even though she's
Did she?
freaking out. Even though she's freaking out, she said it was very funny.
it took about 6 hours total to kind of find stuff that fit perfectly for the song. Yeah, by the way, if you didn't know, it's a song. On top of that, I believe I'm actually close to releasing the second song that Ben and I have worked together, like the official, like actual song, not a parody. That might actually come out before the end of the month as well. So I'm pretty excited about both of those things. That's what I've been up to since we haven't been recording.
And because I have some time off, I have now recorded and am editing my next Killer Corner. So that'll also be coming out soon.
Well, yeah, you guys got that to look for. I know a lot of people that actually really like those. So
Yeah, it's probably my most requested thing when people say, "When are you doing that again? When are you doing that again?" True crime is huge. It's probably the biggest podcast thing there is out there. I know we love the movies and stuff and video games, but when it comes to podcasts, true crime is like the top of top usually what people want.
it's always like really interesting stuff. Like
It is. I even listen to them myself.
I've never been the kind of person that like seeks out that stuff or anything like that. But like anytime I've ever had like heard it on or somebody's watching it on TV when I'm at their house, I mean, you get sucked in pretty easily.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've watched enough stuff on Ted Bundy, and I've watched like 2 different versions of the Jeffrey Dahmer story, like
Yeah.
dramatizations of them, and yeah, the Jeremy Renner one's weird.
It's very strange.
But either way, I mean, I find this stuff very interesting. It's just it's not. I guess it's very similar to horror films. It's not something I go out of my way to like actually indulge myself in. But when I have to or when it's on, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Like if you're going through a streaming service and you see something that seems interesting serial killer wise, if you just hit play, you're probably going to watch it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, if you go to my streaming services and go to my lists, like all the things I have queued, it's like documentary, movie, documentary. Mine's true crime everywhere. And I'll watch like 5 different documentaries on one person just to like get all the information, and it's intense. I like it a lot. I've always liked it.
Yeah,
And-
I mean,
I'm not going to say who my episode's about yet, but it is a bit of a Mount Rushmore of serial killers. So it's a big one.
well, I'm very looking forward to listening to that one because I've actually listened to your other ones. Because one, we try to support each other here on this podcast.
Yeah.
Adrian, fuck you.
Well, there's nothing to support. Adrian's not, he's not doing any videos. I'd
I know.
support him if he did anything.
How am I supposed to go and comment that he sucks on his videos if he's not posting them?
See what happened? He pretended like he liked it, but you hurt him so bad.
That must be what it
You
is.
put him in a depression and he can't do it
Damn
anymore.
it. I didn't think anybody took me seriously.
Apparently he did.
Yeah. So there you have it. That's why we've been kind of, I feel like January, we really didn't post anything, did we?
Not much. There's only a
Maybe
couple
the very
things.
first week.
I had a couple of random things I was able to edit and put out, but
Okay.
we didn't record basically anything in January.
Yeah, we definitely didn't get together at all. Maybe like the very beginning of January.
Yeah, I think that we got together that one time at the beginning of January, and then I think that was it.
Oh yeah, you have been releasing stuff kind of. Well, kudos to you. I like. I didn't think we were releasing anything.
I had some stuff in the back that I even have one more thing that I never released technically that I could release still.
All right. Well, I thought you guys weren't getting anything, so you know what? Just so you guys know, that was all Corey's doing, and why you were still getting stuff while he was not feeling good.
Yeah, sitting at a desk editing isn't so bad.
But that is why we usually we release one episode a week plus the bonus episode of the Behind the Curtain. Football season was upon us, so we were releasing an extra bonus episode of that. So I know you guys were kind of used to a lot of stuff. And
yeah.
Then you kind of went from between 7 and 10 episodes a month to last month you got 3. So I mean, sorry. It does suck. Obviously, given Corey's situation. But you know what? We power through. Corey hopefully will be all right. They seem to they at least have a plan for him, which is good because without a plan, I mean, just basically just sitting here waiting to see what the fuck happens. I mean, we're kind of in that situation right now, right? We're waiting to see what happens with what they're doing.
Next week I have a procedure to check for some other stuff, but until then, I'm just kind of doing nothing.
Have you noticed, you don't have to answer this, I don't want to get too personal, but have you noticed a difference in anything since they've put you on some stuff?
The medicine seems to have gotten rid of the constant coughing.
Okay.
And I'm able to, there was a minute there where I couldn't even walk back up the steps without stopping halfway up and taking breaths. God. It was getting pretty bad there where, because I'm a bigger guy, if nobody knows what I look like. And I've always been bigger, but I've always been athletic for my size, so I've never really had a problem walking. I've always been fine. And over this last month and a half, I've noticed walking up steps, I'm like, why am I so tired? Why am I breathing so hard? Why is my heart beating in my chest? Turns out there was an actual issue, but I thought there's no way it's because I'm big. I was seconds away from buying a year membership to the YMCA just to start working out because I was like, well, if it is because I'm big, I got to do something.
Right.
And turns out I'm not supposed to work out, so I'm glad I didn't start doing that.
Yeah, that would have that would have been a quick trip to the emergency room.
I could have died right there in the YMCA. So I'm literally I'm not supposed to lift anything. I'm supposed to do as little work around the house as I can, steps as little as possible. I'm not supposed to be out in the cold more than I have to be, which here in Pennsylvania, people, it was negative 17 this morning. So it's kind of impossible to not be in the cold. But
it's 23 right now.
Yeah, that's such a weird turnaround for today.
Yeah. If those of you, like he said, aren't aware of what he looks like, I'm just going to put it this way. When we all played backyard football together, Corey was one of the more athletic of us, and he was probably a lot bigger than most of us. I was a fucking twig when we played backyard football together, and I was fast as fuck. But other than that, Corey was definitely very athletic and one of the best players we had.
That's why that's why this is especially hard for me because over the years, driving around with my wife, she's probably sick of hearing this. We'll see kids playing basketball or football, and I'll just go, I used to be so good at stuff. She probably hates hearing me say that shit, but it's true. We used to play sports every weekend, and I was so good at all of it because we played it so much. Yeah. And now, in these days I can't do anything, and it gets kind of a bummer, but I was accepting it. And now with my heart being late, I call it lazy because it's only working about half.
Yeah.
Now with my lazy heart, I especially can't do those things. So I'm hoping they can get me back to a place where they did say that what I have, probably the heart itself will never go back down. It's enlarged. It's like a muscle. When it gets big, it's just there. It's there.
Stop caring about people so much. Damn.
I know. I have so much love in my heart. It will never shrink back down to what it was, but they can get it functioning back to where it should be, possibly. So they have to go through the avenues that they know to try to fix that. That's what we're trying to figure out right now. So we just wait and try some things, and the medicines take about a month to even start working when you have them. Yeah, fully work. So right now I don't even know but I have noticed a couple of differences. I can,
Are you? See, there
I can
goes
walk.
dying right now.
I mean, yeah, it still happens, but I can walk up and down steps now without stopping. I'm still a
Which is
little
good.
out of breath, but I don't have to like take breaks up the steps. So there's at least that. I'll count that as a win for now.
Small victories.
Yeah.
In your condition, I mean, that's you got to really kind of look for those until something bigger happens. So anything that's a positive thought, really, and because you don't want to get stuck in that trap of like, oh fuck, like, you know, because that's not going to be good for your heart either. Because I mean, even people can think whatever they want, but depression and anxiety and shit is not good for your heart.
No, yeah, and you know, I've had a lot of. I don't want to get too deep with my life, but minus my wife and kids, who I adore and I love being around them, a lot of things in my life are very stressful, and I've had a lot of over the last 18 years with one of my kids' moms. Let's say I have not had an easy time. She's made it very stressful in my life. Luckily, that's over because that kid is old enough. I don't have to deal with it anymore. But I've also had a lot of crazy things happen in my life that probably contributed. Yes, being a bigger guy obviously did not help. I probably partially did it to myself as well. But, you know, it just kind of hit me out of nowhere. So
that's why I mentioned a very prominent certain celebrity in this song.
Yes, you guys will see. And he certainly also partially did it to himself.
Yeah. Well, with that all being said and all the gushy, mushy, fun stuff, a very important event, if you will, if you're an American, happened yesterday. And
or if you're an American, you tuned out.
Yeah, or
you're a racist piece of crap. Sorry.
Right. Yes. or unless you're like me and you just didn't give a flying fucking would rather go watch a movie.
That's okay.
I had to watch highlights because I didn't watch it yesterday. But the Super Bowl happened. Was it Super Bowl 60?
Yeah. But anybody who decided to tune into the fucking Kid Rock halftime show instead, for that reason, if you just like Kid Rock and those bands, fine, whatever, watch what you want. But if you tuned over just because it was Bad Bunny, please stop listening. And I don't say that very often. Please stop listening.
This is the most political I will get. And here's the thing. Lately, if anybody's ever heard us talking like in a live format or anything like that, they'll know like Corey and I don't always see eye to eye politically. But I know for sure he would understand this. I think we're at a point in this country like we need to think about everybody and stop fucking being hateful towards both. Like, just fucking stop. Like, it's stupid. I 100% agree. If you watched it because you wanted to watch it, you prefer those bands over whatever, absolutely fantastic. Like me, myself, I'm not a rap fan by any means. Bad Bunny's not my type of music, so I probably wouldn't have enjoyed it if I did see it. But it's not because of, you know, him being whatever, you know, ethnicity that he is.
He's Puerto Rican,
which is a part of America, by the way.
Yeah, and for people who don't know that is America.
So
I don't speak Spanish, so I didn't understand the words, but it was very clear the theme of his show was love, not hate, which I support. Yeah. So that part of it was perfectly fine for me. I actually enjoyed myself. Maybe moved my ass a little bit.
What kind of pisses me off is Shakira just did the halftime show a couple years ago
with J-Lo,
and
yeah.
The majority of her songs are also in Spanish.
Yeah.
And nobody batted a fucking eye. So to say that it's nothing, because, you know, with Shakira, people were like, oh, it's Shakira, you know.
Well, her hips don't lie, you know.
Yeah, right. I think it's definitely less about the Spanish and more about the bigger problem in this country. And unfortunately, I have been on record saying this many times, there's two sides that blindly keep following and don't think for themselves. And you really just need to start thinking for yourself and what you actually believe in and not what you're told to believe in.
Yeah.
Because the amount of the certain people that I know of that were like, oh, I'm definitely going to tune into this Turning Point USA because fuck the Super Bowl because it's Bad Bunny. Like, what? Why? Like,
I don't know.
I know you as people and know you're not that bad of a person, but you're portraying yourself as a very awful human being by doing that. Not because, I mean, now, like you said, if you did it because you just wanted to watch Kid Rock, I know people that like Kid Rock still, which is weird, but hey, you know, you do you. I don't blame, I don't shit on anybody's music taste by any means.
Yeah.
Because
unless you like Nickelback.
He could shit on me all he wants. I kind of enjoy Nickelback, so I'm not like, they're not like my biggest like favorite band or anything like that, but if they're on, I'm not going out of my way to change the station.
I'll break my arm to change it.
It's just it drives me nuts because Corey's 100% right. Like, everybody likes what they like, and if you're doing
it, just shut up.
Yeah, if you're doing it for a political statement, you're fucking dumb because everybody involved was making money regardless of whether you watched one or the other. They don't care. Bad Bunny might care a little bit because, you know, like what you said, his message conveyed like love and acceptance and, you know, unity. And somebody, Corey, I don't know if you've seen this, somebody actually posted something that I was like, holy fuck, amen. They said that the people that need a separate halftime show to feel good about themselves are the same people that wanted separate water fountains.
It's exactly right.
And I agree with that.
If you don't like what the halftime show is, then you just don't like it. Turn it off.
You know how many times I've walked out of the room of a halftime show watching the Super Bowl because I didn't care for the music?
I haven't liked them all.
There you go. In fact, there hasn't really been a very good one in a long time.
I mean, I disagree with that. All the 90s rappers that came out in 2021.
That one was, well, I mean, like there's some like very hidden gems that have like throughout the years, but if you go back since the whole Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson incident, you look at every single one of those from that point forward, you might be able to pick out maybe 3 or 4 that were enjoyable.
Yeah, and I don't always like, because to be honest with you, the Usher one, I think it was 2 years ago, didn't super excite me.
No,
like I like he's all right. I like Usher. He can move, he can sing, but he was off. He didn't sing real good, and like the show was okay, but he didn't do anything spectacular.
No,
like Rihanna was pregnant and went into the sky. That was way better.
Yeah,
she killed it. And then what was it? Last year was Shakira? No.
I think, was it Rihanna was last? I don't remember who was last year. Hold on, let me look real fast.
Oh, last year was Kendrick Lamar. That's right. Because he slammed down on Drake. That was hilarious. I liked that one.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Yeah. So there, you know, if you don't like a halftime show, just don't watch it. That's, if you don't like it, go eat some chicken wings, you know?
Yep. You know what? I really enjoyed the Black Eyed Peas halftime show.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Back in the day, they had all kinds of good ones, and they had really good ones back in the day. But you know, not all of them are going to be for you. Nope, it's unfortunate, but
no, I'm looking at this list. You know, from 2015 and on, they had Kenny. I mixed Katie and Lenny because they were together. Katy Perry and Lenny Kravitz, Missy Elliott. You had Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars. Lady Gaga, Justin Timberlake. I was shocked they brought him back.
Lady Gaga also came out last night, by the way, during the halftime show.
Did she? Oh, yeah, she's up here. Maroon 5, Shakira and Jennifer Lopez, The Weeknd. This is the one we were talking about that was really awesome. The 2022 Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar. And you had Rihanna, Usher featuring Alicia Keys, her, Lil Jon, Ludacris. I remember thinking, that's the last Super Bowl I watched. And I remember thinking that one was a little underwhelming. Kendrick Lamar featuring SZA. I'm not sure if you're supposed to say it that way or you're supposed to go SZA. What?
She dated Drake, so she came out there to diss on him too.
Oh, nice. I like that. And then this year we had Bad Bunny featuring Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin, which I didn't even know Ricky Martin came out. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he was out there for a minute too.
Did he do Living La Vida Loca?
No. But he didn't do any of his own songs. It was still Bad Bunny's show.
We didn't even get shebang. No.
But there was a moment on the front. There's like a little house in the middle of the field where they're all dancing.
Okay.
And there was a front porch. Cardi B was seen dancing there. She was just dancing. She didn't sing or anything.
I don't like her for reasons.
Well, a lot of people don't like Cardi B, but there were a bunch of people dancing there. I swear to God, Pedro Pascal was dancing down there. They never showed him close enough, but it looked like him. I hope it was my boy Pedro, but I don't know if it was.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere, so that's why I think it might have been him.
I mean, he's.
I also don't want to sound
movie.
racist because he's just another brown Spaniard man, or I don't want to sound like a racist, but it certainly looked like Pedro
It's
Pascal.
like I don't even think he looks that Hispanic to me.
No, I mean, certain.
He looks rather white for a Spaniard.
When he's super tan, he definitely looks Mexican or Puerto Rican or Spanish.
Well, he's definitely got like the
he
facial features of, especially now that he's been getting the
his
facial
name
hair.
Is Pedro Pascal. I mean, he's also got that going for him.
Me, who's seen him all the way back when he was a fucking guest star on Buffy.
Oh,
like,
well, yeah,
he looked like white as shit in that show.
He was a skinny motherfucker in that show. I looked it up later. It 100% was Pedro Pascal. And Jessica Alba was also there shaking her ass. That was fun. Back to the show.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Out of all those that I mentioned, I wasn't really a fan of just about any of them. There's like I said, there was about 3 of them that I was like, yeah, I like that. But I didn't go out of my way and be like, well, this is fucking stupid. I want my own halftime show. No, like people have been clamoring for the NFL to get a better halftime act for a long time. And frankly, there are 2 types of people. The people that watch the Super Bowl for the Super Bowl, and then there's people who watch the Super Bowl for the commercials, which that's my biggest, I can always YouTube those, and I can't wait to see what I missed, because I've heard there were some good ones.
Oh, there's some funny ones this year. I was let down by a couple of trailers that didn't end up releasing, but
that sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's 2 types of people that watch the Super Bowl, and those are them. And then you got your people. There's occasional people that are both.
Yeah, I'm both.
I kind of usually like to watch both, but I will not even shamefully admit this. I will openly admit this and have no problems admitting this. After the Packers got eliminated from the playoffs, I kind of didn't watch any of. I watched a little bit of highlights here and there, but I didn't watch another game. I was a little burned out. If you're a Packers fan, you understand that watching your team blow a huge lead like that multiple times in one season, it wasn't just one fucking game. It happened many times this year.
Yeah.
I just kind of was done. I was like, fuck this. I'm over it. I take that back. I think I watched the Steelers game because that was after the Packers game, right?
This season?
Yeah, in the playoffs.
I don't remember the order.
Either way, I know that those were the 2.
Oh yeah, the Steelers got eliminated on Monday night. So
yeah, so I did watch that one as well, and of course, again, was disappointed because I wanted my boy Aaron Rodgers to get that one more ring, and maybe he'll come back.
McCarthy could talk him into it.
I think so. I think this is a good place to kind of segue into. I think there's a couple things. I know Steelers fans are not exactly thrilled with the Mike McCarthy hiring, I know some have been on board ever since his press conference.
Listen, he's a Pittsburgh boy. He's really emotional about being here. His record is the same, if not slightly better than Tomlin's in the playoffs. So
yeah,
how can you complain? I mean, he's a little better technically.
He has has the same amount of Super Bowl wins as Mike Tomlin.
Can we just, again, same with the halftime show. Can we just give it a fucking chance before we judge it?
Well, and this is for any Steelers fans. I'm going to give you a little bit of hope here because this is I have a lot of knowledge about Mike McCarthy being a Packers fan. One of the biggest things about Mike McCarthy that a lot of people don't realize is he was the quarterback coach back in San Francisco before he ever became a head coach. He has been responsible for a lot of talented quarterbacks showing up and utilizing their full potential. And I think this is going to be perfect for Will Howard. And if he can convince Aaron Rodgers to come back one more season, not only is McCarthy going to be there to help Will Howard develop into an excellent quarterback, he's going to also get to sit behind Aaron Rodgers for one more year. I think as much as Steelers fans are like, I don't know why Steelers fans are like this, because they did it with Kenny Pickett and look what the fuck happened. Stop trying to rush your rookies into the goddamn spotlight.
Yeah.
Let Will Howard develop.
Damn,
let him build that confidence up. Let him learn from a legend like Aaron Rodgers. Let the coach develop him into a star. Because I'm telling you right now, he sits one more year behind Rodgers and a year with McCarthy as head coach. when Will Howard eventually starts the following year, because let's be honest, if Rodgers plays another season, it's got to be the last one. I can't imagine he plays another one. Will Howard will start his third year in the league, and you are going to see it's going to be, not only will it be a painless transition, I think it'll be better than what you have now.
And I think people will be surprised because I'm an Ohio State fan too, so I saw him play that final championship season, and he gives me very heavy remnants of Ben. So like he's the perfect workhorse kind of quarterback we need, and if people would just let him develop, we could have another. I don't know. We'll have another Hall of Famer. Like Ben's going to be a Hall of Famer. So I don't know if Will Howard will be a Hall of Famer, but he could if you give him the chance. If you give him time to develop, get him a receiver or two, not one that's going to swing at the people in the stands, but get him somebody fresh that he can work with.
And speaking of what we're talking about, it was reported that Aaron Rodgers has spoken with Mike McCarthy about potential return for a 22nd season. So that's not even it's not a fake article. It's literally on the NFL website. So there has already been conversations had. I think I read somewhere, and I don't know if this is a rumor or not, but I think I read somewhere that the Steelers are giving Rodgers a time frame, an actual timetable to decide.
Probably, because that drama last year took us down to the wire.
And I think Tomlin was really wanting Aaron Rodgers to come in, so that's why they dealt with it the first time. Tomlin's no longer there, so
yeah, they're not going to play them. That whole fucking coaching staff is different now. They fired half the people and half the people stepped down. Like I'm so mad Danny Smith left.
Yeah,
our special teams guy. I love Danny Smith, dude. He's been there fucking forever, like 13, 14 seasons. And he stepped down to join the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which good for them, but goddamn.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss that gum chewing bastard.
And he was always on the sidelines, which I liked. I like when the coaches like, you ever notice a lot of defensive coordinators nowadays are up in the booth?
Up in the booth, yeah, it's annoying.
And I don't know if it's like more, if it's I don't know.
It's probably easier to stay organized sitting at that monitor, sure.
Well, I don't know if it's easier for them to see what's going on to call better plays for the defense. Because most offensive coordinators are on the sidelines still.
I don't know. On defense, it's a little harder to read the offense. Like they have the ability to like rewind things and look at how they're set up and see which way guys are slanting. And it's a lot easier when you have that technology right in front of you to be trying to do it on a tablet in the cold is probably 10 times harder. I don't usually judge them for being up in the booth. Fine. Most of them aren't doing it just to be out of the cold. They're not babies. A lot of people are like, oh, you pussy, get down there on the field. That's not what they're doing. They're not up there just because they're cold. They'd be down on the field if they were told to be. Most of them. But
speaking of that, I was a little shocked that Jeff Hafley came into the NFL from a head coach as a college coach. And was only here for 2 seasons before he went and became a head coach somewhere else. And now he's the Miami Dolphins head coach. That poor bastard.
Yeah, good luck.
That's not the first time the Miami Dolphins have taken a Packers coordinator to be their head coach. Joe Philbin was the other one, and we saw how that turned out.
And Mike McDaniels ended up getting hired as an offensive coordinator somewhere. I don't remember.
Oh, he's still funny too. They asked him a question about who the starting quarterback or something was going to be, and he's like, "I don't know. That sounds like a head coach question."
Yeah. I think he's embracing his lack of responsibility role.
For sure. I think he might have been getting overwhelmed as a head coach in Miami.
Yeah, I don't want to say he wasn't ready for it because he did a decent job, but
yeah, at the beginning there he did.
He definitely like eventually when they started tanking, he was like, "Oh God, I don't know how to handle this. I liked being liked."
Yeah. There's a lot of different head coaching changes this year. Matt LaFleur's brother got hired as the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be annoying because now you can't just say LaFleur and people are going to know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, they're going to say which one, like the Harbaughs. Speaking of which, John Harbaugh is now with the Giants, which is weird.
Yeah.
But he's not with the Ravens anymore, so maybe I can like him. I doubt it.
That's true. Well, I think Mike Tomlin's probably done coaching. I think it looked like, from what I was reading, he wanted to step away from football.
He for sure is taking the 2 years left on his contract off. He's not going to coach for 2 years. And then he'll decide from there. And
I know, well, Mike McCarthy did the same thing when he was let go from Dallas. He decided to take a couple of years off, and he didn't even interview anywhere like last year.
No, I think Tomlin's going to let his 2 years run their course and get the money for it, and decide from there.
Yeah,
and he's not enough of a personality to be a broadcaster, so he'll either be done with football or he'll just randomly show up at interviews and talk a little bit.
Well, and that's, I talked about that a little bit, was I wish Jordan Love and Mike Tomlin are very similar fucking people. It's in the fact that they don't show any fucking emotion whatsoever in their face. And it drives me nuts.
Yeah, as a Steelers fan, trust me, there are some times it would show him on the sideline when things are going bad, and I'd be like, will you fucking emote, please?
Yep.
Maybe your players would react a little different if you'd show them emotion.
And I don't know if it's a LaFleur problem or if it's a Jordan Love problem, but like Green Bay blowing these major leads, I'm like, you guys got to stay fired up. Like, just because you're in the lead doesn't mean you can fucking relax. And every single time something starts going the wrong way, you guys are just sitting there like, yeah, this is happening. It's cool.
Stop being so nonchalant about losing by 37.
Yeah, fucking assholes. Tired of it.
But anyway, enough about our shitty teams. We'll talk about the Super Bowl a little bit. We don't have to get super into it because the first 3 quarters weren't anything real great to brag about. Like the defenses both did. Well, Gonzalez specifically on the Patriots defense did amazing. The entire Seattle defense, like they did all season, killed it. They were awesome. They were just shutting everything down the first 3 quarters, first 2.5 quarters or so. And then when Patriots finally threw a touchdown, I remember my wife was walking by the room when they said, and the first touchdown of the game, she walked in and she's like, wait, wasn't it like 12-0? I'm like, yeah, that was all kicks. She's like, oh my God.
Yeah, the kicker for Seattle broke a record. Most kicks in a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he killed it.
And kudos to Kenneth Walker III for Super Bowl MVP. I watched the highlights. Just like I said, those of you who didn't catch that, I did not watch the Super Bowl yesterday. I watched the highlights before we got on. Kenneth Walker III looked amazing. The way he was like fucking bobbing and weaving through traffic and everything, he was definitely the main reason that they won that game. And you know what? Kudos to Sam Darnold. Fucking love it that he won a Super Bowl when the Vikings were like, fuck you, we don't need you. We got JJ McCarthy, dumbasses.
Oh, I'm so glad that Darnold came into Seattle and just won a Super Bowl. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
I love that he did that to the Vikings because they were like, you did great, but you're not our guy. It's like, what? What, really?
Well, it looks like he's going to be Seattle's guy for quite a bit, I think.
Probably till he retires if he keeps it up. I mean, if he has a really bad season next season, then he might change. But
also, those who aren't aware of this, kudos to Cooper Kupp for his second ring.
Second ring. Wasn't MVP this time, but
no.
Because he was the MVP of his Super Bowl.
Do you think he cares? No, he's got 2 of those bitches now.
Kenneth Walker deserved the MVP for this one. I personally had a bet on it being Smith Najigba, but
then he got hurt.
Then he got hurt a little bit and didn't play the same. Well, I mean, he wasn't really. He had 2 catches up till then.
He didn't look like he was like a major part of the game the entire time, but
the entire game he wasn't. But
usually that happens because people like him. He draws a lot of attention. He's an excellent player. He was the offensive player of the year, wasn't he?
Yes, he won it. Yep.
Yeah, he was offensive player of the year for a reason. So, he was probably being guarded quite a bit. And like you said, and highlights showed it. The defenses showed up yesterday for the first 3 quarters.
Oh yeah, they were playing lights out.
The fourth quarter, it's like both defenses decided like they were playing the Bears and decided to fucking give up.
Ha! But my favorite. Okay, I'm gonna blow past that. But my absolute favorite part of the Super Bowl is how embarrassed the Patriots looked the entire time. That to me makes me go, nom, 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 nom.
Fuck yeah. Nobody, unless you're a Patriots fan, nobody wanted the Patriots to win. Let me take that back. If you were a NFC West fan, but not a Seattle Seahawks fan, you probably didn't want the Seahawks to win.
I don't know. I think some of them still didn't want the Patriots to win.
Tim was not happy that the Seahawks won.
Well, Tim, you can get over it. The Patriots would have been worse to win.
I was going to say, Tim, do you really want the Patriots to have 7 fucking rings?
No, nobody does.
No, nobody wants that.
No, pretty much everybody wanted Seattle to win.
Yeah. It wasn't one of those things where I know the Patriots haven't been away from this Super Bowl for very long, but I mean, there's nobody there from back when I hated them. So I don't hate the Patriots anymore like I used to. And you know what? There's nobody in Seattle there that was there when I hated them for the bullshit that happened for the Fail Mary play. So I don't hate the Seahawks like I used to anymore either. So it was kind of refreshing to be able to be like, I just don't care who wins. But if I had to choose, I was so glad it was the Seahawks over the Patriots.
I cared as a Steelers fan because the Patriots are tied with us with rings. I didn't want them to be the number one.
Well, and I just didn't want them to win a 7th ring either. So it was nice to see a team that, especially like we talked about this in our other episode when the playoffs started. Where the fuck did the Seahawks come from? They kind of flew under the radar the entire season, and they were the they were the number 1 seed.
Yeah,
and they flew under the radar the entire season. Like nobody was talking about them.
No, nobody. Because Darnold's never gotten the respect that he slightly deserves. He's not like a. I'm not going to say he's like
point. I think at this point he deserves quite a bit.
Yeah, but I don't want to praise him too much because he did have a rough start to his career. It's not like he's been always consistent. Like how people don't talk about Stafford enough. He's always been super consistent and nobody ever talked about him. Darnold, not so much. It's only been the last couple years. No, it's the Jets' fault.
Yeah, a lot of it is the Jets. Like, look at how Aaron Rodgers did in the Steelers this year compared to how he was with the Jets.
Yeah.
Rodgers was not the issue. Even Justin Fields. Justin Fields played better with the Steelers than he did with the Jets.
Yeah.
It's the Jets organization is just garbage, and they don't know how to put a football team together.
They do not.
They could have all the fucking talent in the world. I mean, you got Sauce Gardner, which I think they got rid of. They traded him to the Colts, and they had Garrett Wilson, probably two of the best players at their position, two of the best young players at their position right now in the league, and they couldn't get a winning record.
Yep.
It doesn't matter what talent you have. If you got a shit if you have shit management, shit coaching, you're not going to get anywhere. And you know what? I don't even necessarily know if the coaching is bad because what's his name? He just got hired, didn't he? As a head coach again. Robert Saleh, is it Salah?
Oh, no, he's not with the Jets.
I know. He got fired when Rodgers was still there.
The Titans, I think, maybe?
Yeah, I think he just got another head coaching gig.
Yeah, I think he went to the Titans. I'm not sure.
There it is, Robert Saleh. He is now the head coach of the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, so Robert Saleh didn't do good in New York, but who does?
Nobody. And I feel like that's where careers either go to die or where people go to get the fuck out to restart their career.
Yeah. It used to be like the joke that the Browns were that team, but the Jets are worse.
No, the Jets are far worse. The Browns always show glimmers of hope.
Yes. Like when Baker was there, he actually had that team almost winning it all.
I do find it very funny. A very Atlanta Falcons thing to do is hire a coach who is worse than the coach you just had.
I know, that was stupid. Why do that?
I don't understand.
Why would they hire the Browns head coach? He was terrible.
Didn't he win Coach of the Year or almost win Coach of the Year like a year prior or something though?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I thought he was like being considered for it one year. Either way, stupid.
Yeah, not good.
But and that's the other thing that kind of bothers me is there's a lot of people that are up in arms about the Rooney Rule this year. No black coaches were hired. I'm pretty sure the year prior, the majority of them were of color or of non-white descent. The year prior to this,
I mean, Robert Saleh is not white,
but that's the thing. Robert Saleh is not white, so I'm not really sure what people are bitching.
Middle Eastern, I think.
Just people will always find a reason to bitch no matter what.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's the flip side of the argument with the whole Bad Bunny thing. Like that's why I said people need to just stop fucking blindly following stupid shit and think for themselves.
Mm-hmm. That'd be nice.
That would be nice. But I don't know. The Super Bowl looked like it. I'm kind of glad I didn't watch it, knowing how fucking boring it would have been until the fourth quarter.
The last quarter was great. Seattle started destroying them and started getting defensive touchdowns and strip sacks.
Oh yeah, that last touchdown was awesome. That interception,
right to him, dude. Right to him. Uwala, I think was his name. But it was like right into his arms, and he ran it into the end zone. That was hilarious.
Yeah, fuck. Well, I don't know what it is with number 7 like the linebackers with the number 7 being awesome, but
yeah,
kudos.
Did you see? The one catch by New England? I don't remember who it was. It may have been Stevenson, but Drake May threw the ball, And as Stevenson was catching it, literally, if you watch the play, he catches the ball with his fingertips and it almost grazes the ground. And if you look at Drake May, he thought he messed up, so he puts his hands up on his helmet like, fuck, I screwed up. And then Stevenson ran into the end zone.
I tell you what, that was some Brett Favre shit that he pulled there with that throw too, because it was like he went to run and then he fucking like flipped it with both hands. It looked like, not just one, and it went right to him. And yeah, I was actually, I wanted to mention that was probably the most impressive, entertaining Patriots play of the game.
Yeah, probably.
And you know what? I don't know if you mentioned it during the game, but at least during the entirety of the highlights I was watching, I didn't hear Patrick Mahomes' name said once by Chris Collinsworth.
I know. He didn't compare anybody to Patrick Mahomes.
I think the studio talked to him. I think they were getting tired. Oh yeah, because he's very aware of the memes. Like one of the games he mentioned it. I think the studio talked to him like, you got to stop doing this, man. You're pissing people off.
It's hard when you're a fan, but when you're a broadcaster, you're supposed to be unbiased,
impartial. Yeah,
you're supposed to talk about every player as they are and not compare them to one guy.
Not to give Tom Brady credit, but he's a perfect example of doing that. He when somebody asked him who he wanted to pick, he basically said that he has no horse in this race.
Yeah,
and there were some old Patriots players that were pissed off at him for it. I'm like, why? He's doing his job.
Did you ever hear when they asked him who the best tight end to ever play the game was, and he didn't say Gronk?
Well, it isn't Gronk.
Gronk looked over at him and he was like, dude. Or no. Sorry, that's not what it was. He said that Hunter Henry might be the best tight end New England's ever had. And Gronk looked over at him like, bro.
I'm sure he did that just to
I don't know.
With him.
He was just broadcasting. Like his voice didn't change, his face didn't change. He didn't look over at Gronk. He was just going. I think he was just, I don't know, if Gronk probably just didn't enter his mind there. He was trying to be impartial, I think. But it's funny.
I know he gets a lot of hate, but honestly, in my opinion, I don't think Tom Brady was the reason that I hated the Patriots as much as I thought. I actually don't hate him anymore now that he's just broadcasting. I didn't even hate him when he was in Tampa Bay. It's just one of those things, like, he got to show more of his personality after he left New England, because he kind of came off as a douchebag when he was in New England. And I think that a lot of that was because of Bill Belichick being like, you guys can't talk to the media, you can't do this. But yeah, I don't know. I still find Rob Gronkowski super annoying, but that's because he's one of those frat bro types.
Yeah. There's, I want to hold off a little bit on the Brady thing because he was rumored to be somewhere in the Epstein files. And but what people don't realize when the Epstein files are brought up, they automatically assume kid fucking. Epstein also secured women for parties, legal adult age women. So it could easily just be a party Tom Brady had and Epstein helped him find some women.
Right.
Where I like Tom Brady now and he doesn't bother me anymore. I don't want to say I'm a fan yet because just in case those Epstein files go bad for him.
That's fair. I did see, at first I saw that somebody said Green Day didn't do any political statement during their
I was kind
pre-show.
of annoyed. I was kind of annoyed they didn't do a fuck you.
Well, then somebody told me that they did. They made a comment in the song "Holiday."
Oh, did they do like a quick thing that I didn't realize?
I guess they did. Hold on, I gotta find it real quick because I remember seeing that.
I was hoping they would change up the lyrics to American Idiot a little bit.
Here it is. Yeah, Green Day changes holiday lyrics to reference Epstein. Call out ICE per report.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the actual lyric. Oh yeah, in the section where it says the representative from California has the floor, they put the representative from Epstein Island has the floor. That was it. That's the only thing that they changed.
I mean, I guess at least there was something, but I was really
because I know that they changed the one part in American Idiot to I don't want to be a part of the MAGA agenda or whatever.
Yeah, I know they've done stuff like that because they do a lot of political stuff. They're very against MAGA and all that.
Well, that's why I was kind of shocked that they chose Green Day when they're trying to
why?
Because of
the NFL knows what they're doing, man.
Well, I know, but I thought the whole idea is for togetherness, and
I know, but that's the problem is the right side is not for that. So, but the NFL's like, well, then we're going left on this.
What cracks me up the most is those who are like, oh well, just and you know what? Years ago, people were fucking crying for Green Day to play the Super Bowl halftime
Yeah.
show, and now it's different because Green Day is political. And I'm like, I have a newsflash for you guys: any punk rock band is political. Like that's kind of their thing.
Did you not hear the song American Idiot? They've always been political.
Yeah, Green Day is one of the most political bands that's ever existed.
Yes.
I
They
don't
are
necessarily
not shy
always
about it.
I don't necessarily always agree with what is being said, but at the same time, you can't be a fan of pop or of punk rock and not want music to, or expect your music not to be political. Like,
Matter of fact, if you're a punk
being
rock
hypocritical.
band who doesn't have any politics, you're not a punk rock band. That was
No,
the
not
whole
really.
point of the punk rock movement, was to go
Yeah.
against the man. So,
stand up against the man. Yep.
but anyway, the Super Bowl was a mid Super Bowl. It's not going to be remembered, but it is like the score itself would show that Seattle played a hell of a game, which their defense did,
Defensively, they did.
but they didn't really do much offensively. Sam Darnold didn't even do that phenomenal. He had like 200 something yards and a touchdown. Drake May just looked horrible the whole game. He just kept getting destroyed until the end. He had a couple really good throws, but by then I think Seattle was easing up a bit because they had been on the field
yeah.
most of the time.
Makes sense.
That whatever they call their defense now, it's not the Legion of Boom anymore, but whatever they call their defense now, they did great. They were what Seattle was all year. So I was very, very not surprised, but impressed. I love Kobe Bryant. I think that's hilarious that his name is Kobe Bryant, and he's number 8. He almost got hurt at the end of the game there. That kind of sucked, but he had a phenomenal game, and I don't know, they just did great. I do like watching a defensive matchup, but for a Super Bowl, you kind of want more offensive action.
I mean, this
So
is
that
supposed to be
sucked,
the Super Bowl is the culmination. I
Culmination.
can't say that. Thank you. The culmination of the season.
Yeah.
You expect it to be a little bit more exciting.
Yeah, and considering New England had an explosive offense all year, I thought at least something would happen.
I think this game proved why New England shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
They had one of the easiest schedules in the league. They had one of the easiest paths to the fucking Super Bowl that any team has ever had in history.
Yeah.
If I strongly believe if Bo Nix had not got hurt, we would have had Denver in the Super Bowl, and we might have
Maybe.
got a much better Super Bowl than what we did get.
Because they barely beat Denver with Stidham.
I think if it would have been Denver and Seattle, I might have been more inclined to actually wanting to watch the Super Bowl.
Oh, then I truly wouldn't have cared who won.
Yeah, I think I probably would have rooted for Denver in that situation.
Maybe. I like Bo Nix.
Big
But I
Nick
also think
Nix.
Darnold deserved a ring.
I
So-
do. I am so happy he got a ring, and now Minnesota looks even more like bigger idiots. Trust me, as a fan of the Packers, and I'm sure Corey is a fan of the Bears, it's
Yeah.
nice to see a division rival look like dumbasses.
Yeah. I've never had anything against the Lions, but I've always kind of hated the Vikings. So
It's the Lions lately, because of their fan base is starting to really annoy the fuck out of me. But I was really happy for them when they first started doing really well because it was nice. It was a nice change. But unfortunately, I said this to our buddy Steve earlier today. I think the Lions are missing Ben Johnson terribly.
yeah.
I think he might have been the main reason they were successful. Not so much Dan Campbell. Not to take anything away from Dan Campbell. I like him as a coach.
His
But
balls drag on the ground, man.
yeah, but I think Ben Johnson took a little bit too much of that from Dan Campbell because I think as long as he continues to keep taking the chances he does, the Bears are never going to get to the Super Bowl because you can't keep going for it on fourth fucking down every play
Too
or
many
every
times.
drive. Other than that, I hope the Lions bounce back and make it a 3-way race because fuck the Vikings. I don't want them to have anything to do with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't either.
I will be okay. See, the Bears-Packers rivalry has always been like it's the oldest rivalry in the NFL, and I'm glad that it's back because for a long while there, it was just kind of
Wasn't much of
sad.
a rivalry when one of the teams really sucks.
Yeah, it was sad. And I remember when I first really heavily got into football, it was still pretty good, and I remember always like looking forward to watching a Bears-Packers game, and then.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the lines, shortly after, now I know it's kind of funny saying this, but shortly after Rex Grossman disappeared from Chicago, no, because Jay Cutler came along. I guess it was after Jay Cutler left. It's been pretty much garbage since.
Yeah,
the
Jay
rivalry.
Cutler,
So,
even though they never really got too far, Jay Cutler was a decent quarterback.
oh,
He just,
I love Jay.
he just never
Although
got where he should have been.
I'd say the Packers Bears games are always exciting when Jay Cutler played, but the Bears never won because Jay Cutler he just like the Packers were his kryptonite. That's why I always say in that championship game, the NFC Championship game, I think he purposely took himself out because he thought the other guy I think he just thought they'd have a better chance of winning if he wasn't playing, and it kind of showed that when was it Caleb Haney? Is that who it was? Or no, it was something. It was some weird. I don't know. Nobody will ever remember his name, but he came in, and because Green Bay didn't prepare for him, the Bears almost came back and won that game. So I think Jay Cutler might have been onto something there.
He was too busy smoking cigarettes and fucking hookers on the sideline.
That's what it was. Oh, I wish he did a podcast.
Yeah, he's an interesting person.
I would listen to it every fucking day.
Jay Cutler's interviews were always funny.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much our that's it for our football talk. And our Corey update.
Yeah. I'm glad to update you on both of those things.
Yes. We have teached you to football.
Will you teach me to football?
How do you past tense that?
Taught.
Yeah.
We have taught you to football.
But the way he speaks, would he actually put it in past tense?
No. Will you teach me to football? Well, I think that's going to do it for these subjects. We covered football and politics enough and what's happening to me. So we're going to let you guys go with that. And we will be coming out. We're not gone. We're back. We're going to be doing things. Mike and I have a couple ideas, even if Adrian can't join us over the next week or two. So, and like I said, I have the serial killer thing coming out. Mike has a song or two coming out for you guys to enjoy.
Yep.
You guys got stuff coming. Don't worry. And when we can get Adrian remotivated, we still have our commentary that we're going to be doing soon. So the Patreons will get early access to that. If you want to go over and watch some Baker Reviews things on YouTube, go ahead. But
Baker Reviews.
Thank you, Mike. So that's all. I'm going to plug Adrian since he's not here. But Mike, speaking of our Patreon, is there a way that they can support us on more financial sense?
Patreon.com/Culture Shock Podcast. For as little as $1 a month, they can help support us, help keep the lights on here. And hopefully, you guys have been really patient with us. And, we're back. Thankfully, Corey was releasing stuff still to a point where we weren't like gone, but we're actually back to recording now. We haven't been together to record since I think the very beginning of January. So, it's been a month. We had about a month off. And we're going to get back to doing like bad movies where you guys can vote on bad movies. If you're at the $5 tier, you get to join members only Discord. That is relatively active. I think it'll be more active now that Corey's back. Sorry to Josie and Tim who have been kind of holding down the fort in there for us. And just many things like that. If you don't know, we do a poll where you can vote on what we talk about once a month. Usually it's bad movie, but it could also be music genre, could be video game console or video game. Could be a number of things. It's whatever we decide. Maybe one of these times we might even do a poll where you guys can vote on what our next movie commentary will be. We have our next one lined up, but with the one after that, maybe we'll do that. Who knows? We go wild here. But with that being said, we do want to thank our current loyal patrons who are still with us. Thank you very much for sticking with us through this rough little time we had. And that, of course, is Ben, friend of the podcast and music guy. Thank you, Ben, as always. Ambi, Josie, fucking Steve, and Tim. I'm sorry the Seahawks won. Craver. That's right. You get your last name said just for that joke.
Also, I want to point out that I changed our platinum to $10 a month instead of $20 to give you all the same benefits, a little less.
Okay. Very nice. I didn't notice that.
Well, I just did it while you were talking.
Oh, you just did it. Okay.
Yep. I decided that 20 was too much for a platinum membership. I decided I wanted to give you guys something special in case you want to join the 10 month and get the extra benefits on that.
And we only have one platinum member right now.
Which is
Ambi.
All right. Well, she's going to get charged the new low price.
Woo! Discount. Other than our patron, Corey, where else in the socials can they find us?
Yeah, on Facebook, it's Culture Shock Podcast. On Instagram, it's Culture Shock 21. On TikTok, it's CS Podcast 21. And on Twitter, X, where I don't spend a whole lot of time anymore, but I do check, it is also CS Podcast 21. Come on over there. Let us know how you felt about the Super Bowl. Don't talk to me about the halftime show. Don't care.
Nope.
But if you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it. If you didn't, you didn't. Fine, whatever. But sorry about the absence. I think I'm getting better, so I'm pretty sure we're right back on track, and you guys will be getting your normal, I hope, good content from here on out.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it from all of us here at Culture Shock. Thanks for listening.
I have nothing to say here.
That was something.